in many ways you might simply ask exactly what bad deed did His Majesty the King do towards Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? As many people suspect, he showed nothing but kindness and, of course, compassion, even helping out in their very first year, basically financially, whatever Harry and Meghan like to claim in that now infamous sit down with Oprah Winfrey. But then, of course, the ex-royals go and do this. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? On a very well, we're coming to get another storm apparently. I forgot what this one's called now, but they've all got names now, haven't they? I prefer to call it autumn and winter. Get prepared, wrap up, all of that sort of stuff. But I have to tell you right now, although it's a little bit windy, it's still very mild here in London. So if you are over here, thankfully right at this moment in time at least, we haven't got any rain. I know, shouldn't say that too soon, should I? Hope you're all keeping well, whatever you're doing today. Do look after yourselves. And of course, if the storm does take your part of the area over here in the United Kingdom, be safe, don't be daft, trying to go out and take pictures, all that sort of stuff. Because ever though, to your breaking royal story of the day. As we now know, His Majesty the King, alongside Queen Camilla, are out in Kenya for a 4-day visit, which is pivotal in their very first state visit. No two ways about it, It's all eyes on them, and it must be very difficult because, as we know, Camilla does not enjoy flying, but this is part of the job that she's now got to get over and move forward with. And as we've seen, King Charles so far has done, I think, an exemplary job, once again representing the people of the Commonwealth and, no doubt in many people's eyes, the rest of the world. Seems that he's getting a very warm welcome, and rightly so. But then, of course, when you're looking for the headlines that you need, and more importantly, making sure that people read about the good deeds that, in fact, you're doing over there in Kenya, this happens. Now, as I've said to you before, what I find baffling about Meghan Markle is, King Charles himself personally walked her, an unknown actress, down the aisle at St. George's Chapel in Windsor because, allegedly, according to her father was too ill to attend. And as I've said to you many times before, I often felt very sorry for him that he missed out on a pivotal moment, even though it was the second time around, to walk his daughter down the aisle in front of course, millions of people watching around the world. But kindly, King Charles stepped in halfway through and then handed over the bride to, of course, Prince Harry. Interesting. Apparently she wanted to walk down the entire aisle alone, but apparently also our late and wonderful monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, vetoed that. But here's where the story gets interesting, because as you can see from these pictures, literally right on cue, there are Meghan and Harry with back pictures once again of their children for Halloween. Now let me tell you this. This is no literally sort of fan from behind taking a picture. This is a fully set up picture. And the only reason this has come out, and literally why they've allowed this out, is their cheap stunts once again are trying to knock His Majesty the King and, of course, the good work that the Princess of Wales are doing over here off the front pages. But it hasn't really worked. Yes, it's hit some of the newspapers, but people are now thinking, well, look, unless you've got a full face picture, or in fact, the two children literally enjoying Halloween, the moment, well, what's the point? Now, a lot of people are saying, oh no, this was taken by a fan. Oh no, it wasn't. This is a set-up picture. It's as simple as that. Harry and Meghan do this on cue whenever there's a big event, particularly in the royal world. And whatever they wish to say, they know it's true, we all know it's true, but it just sort of makes them look incredibly desperate. And how petty do you have to be against a family, as I've said many times before, that have shown you nothing but compassion, love and support? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.